Hello, good afternoon, everyone. For anyone who doesn't know, my name is Sharon D. Parry of SharonDParry.club. Um, a mom, a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and I have a Etsy store, the natural tip.com. I mean, the natural tip.etsy.com, the natural tip.etsy.com, where I sell Origilush, which was produced because of my mouth area from using a chapstick from the Dollar Tree. And I have a book on the housing crisis and many more to come. But with me, I have my daughter, Leyla Vassor, and her miracle dog, Asher, with her. And I'm going to do an interview with her on her eighth grade, how God blessed her in the eighth grade, leaving middle school. And we're going to go over to Leyla. Hello, Leyla. How are you doing today?
Hello.
So, how was the last year of school? What did God do for you in the last year of school? And you were not expecting it at all.
Me to pass?
You passed, but tell them the reason why you thought you were not going to pass. Because a lot of times we try to do things on our own, and God wants us to go in our own strength, but sometimes things are out of our hands. So He steps in and puts the super to our natural efforts. So what happened? What made you think you were not going to pass?
Because it was my worst year ever.
Why was it your worst year ever?
Because I got D's enough this year.
In the beginning of the year, in the middle of the year, in the first quarter, the second quarter, and the third quarter, things were looking really bad. Why?
Why? When I had all advanced classes, and then they switched me out of my advanced language arts class for no good reason. And I had to be put in a class that I already knew everything that was going on. But the teacher was doing the most because he wanted us to use a computer. And I told him that I don't have a computer, and he like, oh, you could go to the library every day. I'm like, no.
Okay. And why did you not have a computer?
Because they're expensive. And computers need Wi-Fi, and to have Wi-Fi you need an actual place to stay.
And why don't you have a place to stay?
Why don't I have a place to stay? Mommy, why don't I have a place to stay? Why are you asking me for? Like, I don't know.
Well, let me add. So Layla was having severe back pains and severe headaches, and she had to see a lot of specialists during the school year. So she had to go to physical therapy um, twice every week, and she had changing schedules. Um, so she missed most of her schooling, and it reflected in her grades. She missed most of her schooling, and it reflected in her grades. So she was worried and she was crying um, during the third quarter. I can remember it like it was yesterday. She was crying during the third quarter because of her grades, and she thought she was not going to pass. But then what happened today as we went to the school?
What happened today?
You got your report card, and what did you see?
I got A's and B's. And I got 1C in my language arts class. I was about to say his name, but I got 1C in my language arts class.
And what happened with the EOC, the exam that you have to take at the end of the year that says if you're going to progress to the next grade level?
Um, for language arts, I got a 4 out of 5, which it means I'm above average. And for math, I got my lowest score ever, a 3 out of 5, which means I'm on level.
So, with all the things that was happening this year, you were still able to pass. Were you surprised that you passed, seeing that you were failing the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, and it was only one quarter left?
It's because like I had these in all the other quarters for math, and the only way I could pass math is if I get a 3 or higher on the test, plus I had to get an A or a B in my final grade. And that was the only way I was going to be able to scrape by, because the A or B would like pull the D's up. And in language arts, I just don't like that class. Like, and it was difficult because he has these boring topics, and he has us writing essays every day, and he wants us to type them. I was telling him I only could type them in school, and he like, oh, use another class. I'm like, well, the other classes where they have computers, we use the computers for the class. So you want me to fail the other class so I can pass your class? No.
So, I'm on here to tell anyone, do not give up based on your circumstances. Our family is a transitional family, meaning that we do not have a home. We're staying in a stranger's garage right now. In addition to that, with all the medical stuff that was going on with my daughter, we did not give up. We went to God over and over and over every single day. We went back to God. We went back to God. We went back to God because we know that His word cannot fail. And I'm on here to tell everyone who will listen to this, don't give up based on your circumstances, what you see in the natural. Because there is nothing that's impossible for God. Don't give up, people. Don't give up.